Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. I don't know who's gonna show up for this, but I'm gonna go. Didn't feel like, uh, editing a video and all that, so just gonna go live about this really quick. I was getting asked about this during my last live, and I said I would do a separate video on it. But according to reports, I've seen it on Boxing Scene. If you guys haven't seen the articles about the fight that's supposed to happen June 11th in Miami. You got Trevor Bryan defending his regular WBA heavyweight title, taking on the youngster Daniel Dubois. Both of these guys around, 6'4", 6'5". Both have a 78, 79 inch reach. So the dimensions is about the same. All right. Now where it differs big time, and I'm gonna just jump right into it, man. The thing that concerns me most before I get to styles and all that is Trevor Bryan's weight. Now I know as a big man, as a heavyweight, Bryan may say that, hey man, I can fight being big like this, but to me, man, 268, damn near 270 pounds, especially in his last two fights, he's came in at 268. He fought Jonathan Geardy the beginning of this year, and then the Bermain Stavern fight last year, and then he hadn't been in the ring before that since 2018 against BJ Flores, and he was around about 237 for Flores. I thought his best weight was like that 227, 230 that he was in like 2015 when he was fighting guys like Derek Rossi, stuff like that. That's, to me, is when he looks the best, when he's athletic and slim. You know what I mean? But the 268, man, Bermain Stavern was, towards the end of it when he fought him. He was at the end of it when he fought him. And then Jonathan Geardy is a journeyman level fighter, so he can get away with it in those type of situations. But I think Daniel Dubois is going to be focused coming into this fight. The punch that I think that could give Dubois problems is the jab. Now, we know Dubois lost to Joyce. He got his eye messed up. But the punch, to me, that was giving him problems when he was fighting when he was fighting Joyce, was the jab, that thudding hard jab. And Bryan has good boxing skill, good boxing ability. I'm just not sure how long can he keep that up, being in the condition that I've seen him in the last two fights, especially when you're with a youngster, a strong youngster like that, that you're going to have to overcome a early barrage of punches, right? There's going to be an early storm in that fight when you got a guy like Dubois who's coming in there to pretty much look for knockouts. So can Bryan, not so much his experience, but can he physically, will his condition be up to par to where he can just be able to tame that initial onslaught that Dubois most likely is going to throw at him when he gets in there? Dubois, his last two fights after the Joyce fight, he has fought Bogdan Dinu. I actually did a prospect watch on Bogdan Dinu a long time ago when he was an up and coming prospect, Romanian fighter. I believe he's from Romania. He fought Dinu, got him out of there quick, and then he also fought Giuseppe Casamano. All right, and Casamano actually landed a good right hand on Dubois in that fight. Dubois is not Pernell Whitaker on defense. All right, he's not. That's really not his thing, is to get in there and be a defensive wizard. He wants to put the hard jab and a hard right hand and a hard left hook behind it. That's pretty much what he's coming in there to do. He does go to the body well for big heavyweight. He does throw good body shots, good uppercuts to the body. He can work the left and right hand to the body, but he wants to really headhunt and go for the jab, right hand, left hook combination, power punches. You know what I mean? He's definitely now if you push him back the way Joyce was pushing him back and putting a jab on him, you can cause trouble for a guy like Dubois. All right, but I'm gonna go with the youth in this fight because I just can't. I'm just not sure where Bryan is physically, man, with his weight. Like I said, the last two fights came in the high 260s, and then before those last two fights, he hadn't been in the ring since 2018 when he fought BJ Flores. So I think now Dubois, he's been around 240, 238 for his last two fights. He's pretty much been on the same weight his whole career, man. So I don't see any problems with his conditioning, but I think it's gonna come down to conditioning this one. Trevor Bryan, again, he has good boxing skill. He has a good trainer. Let me see what up in here. Oh man, D Style, what's good, D Style? So yeah, he says, what do you say? Dubois knocks him out. I think he's gonna knock him clean out, man. I just don't trust his conditioning, man. Like I went back before I made this video. I just went back and just watched a few fights, and I'm just like, this dude's just completely out of shape, man. Like belly hanging over his trunks, and it's not like a James Toney thing, right? Where Toney can, well, I shouldn't even be comparing Bryan to Toney, but I'm saying as far as a guy that's fighting with excess weight, right? He can't lean against the ropes and make you miss, and he's not the counter puncher James Toney was. He's a guy that likes to move around the ring, not like bouncing around the ring all crazy, but he likes to move around the ring with subtle movement, come out with the textbook technique, use his jab. Here, he has good fundamental skill set, but you need your legs for that fundamental skill set to be able to move around. And if he can't do that, man, he's gonna get destroyed in there, man. But my girl's about to get up in here. That's pretty much all I had to say. My girl, they about to talk my ear off. My girl's about to get in here, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this one. Let me see. Levi Khan says, who wins? Come on now, Mr. Boxing. That's like asking if Sonny's in the summer, Dubois going to take bro out. Yeah, but somebody was asking me about it in the last live, man. I said I'll do like a little breakdown of it. But the way I see the fight playing out is I think that in the first round, Dubois is going to come out there. He's going to be very aggressive. He's going to be pumping that jab out. He's going to try to walk Trevor Bryan down, go to his body. If he's in the shape he's been in the last two fights, I definitely see Dubois trying to go for his body and just test his legs. It is not so much that Bryan is like a old fighter, right? It's not like he's he's 32, but you're putting wear and tear on yourself, man, when you're trying to, be overweight like that, man. And I don't know, man. It just didn't look right, man. I was watching the Jonathan Gertie fight, and I'm just like, wow, man. Like, how do you let yourself get out of shape like that when this is your profession, And I've listened to Stacey McKinley, who's a trainer that I really respect, man. Old school trainer. He's trained guys like Mike Tyson and Povetkin and Shannon Briggs and Trevor Bryan and a list of other guys, right? So it's just like, man, and I know he can't sit there and like live with Trevor Bryan and hold his hand, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, how do you allow him to get, out of shape like that? And I've actually heard McKinley on my man BWTM's channel talk about, big men and knowing how to train big men and knowing how to, get your point across to them and the way they should fight and the way they should carry themselves. And I get it. The life of a heavyweight is a lot different than other weight classes, right? You don't have to make weight, but you got to be disciplined to be in any weight class, but especially at heavyweight, in my opinion, because there's no weight limit. So guys come in, out of shape, man. Just out of shape. I was just very disappointed in the shape I seen him in. But again, this is boxing. It's not a bodybuilding contest. Trevor Bryan does have the skill set, but will he be able to stand up to that first flurry of that first barrage of punches that Dubois is going to be putting on him? I don't think he will. L-Dub, what's good, man? D-Style says not everyone has a hard head like Joyce. Yeah, they certainly don't. And I know we call him Slow Joe or Slow Mo Joe, but that dude.
Ain't he the one that broke Dubois' eyesight?
Yeah, he made him take the bending knee and quit. One thing about Joyce, though, like he said, D-Style dude got a hard head, a chin. He's relentless, and that dude can punch too, man. That dude can punch, and he throws a good jab. He couldn't miss with that jab, and that's one thing. Bryan, like I said, he has a good skill set. He has a good jab, but is it as hard and as thudding of a jab than Dubois? Looking at the eye test, no, but he does have a jab, and the jab, it's about timing, and it's about getting in there and probably making Dubois think about what happened in the Joyce fight. If he gets out there and the jab is consistently landing, he may have a flashback like, oh shit, damn. But like D-Style said, can Bryan take the punches the way that Joyce was? Because Dubois was landing some heat. He was landing some heat in that Joyce fight. Joyce was just taking him, so. But yeah, man, this isn't really, he needs a prediction of where it's gonna be real technical. It's big men in there, man. So I really don't see no cutting the ring off. Both these guys around the same height, same reach. I just see them going in there and just slugging it out. Not necessarily a phone booth type of thing. I think Dubois is going to push him back, and I think Bryan's going to be forced to fight off his back foot. Unless he's able to establish a jab and get Dubois' respect, I see him getting pushed on his back foot. And can he win a fight going off his back foot, being in the high 260s? No. Do I think he could possibly win a fight off the back foot and walking Dubois, who wants to come forward, and he's not a good fighter off his back foot either. That's what I'm saying. Whoever can initiate it and lead it will win the fight. But I do think if I had to pick between the two of them, who's more comfortable if they had to go back foot, I think it'd be Trevor Bryan. But that was the Trevor Bryan that I seen when he was around 227 pounds, not this version of him. All right, so let me see. Levi Khan says, hold on, Andrew Charles was good, bro. He says Dubois got right back in the mix after his loss. Good for him. Yep, he didn't sit out. He wasn't pouting and crying, but he got right back in the lab. And shit, he's been more active than since, you know, it seems like he's been more active than damn Brian. Levi Khan says, shut up, Mr. Boxing. Good luck with the hoop stuff too. Charlo this way. I get that Charlo Castano fight is gonna be, it's gonna be a good fight, man. If it's anything like that first fight, it's gonna be a damn good rematch for Undisputed. Can't wait. I love Undisputed fights. And I appreciate the feedback about the hoops, man. We're a hoop family. You know what I mean? So let me see. L Dub says if Brian comes in at 245 with that snap and jab, quick hands. See L Dub, you talking about the Brian that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? The Brian that we know is capable of performing. But like I said, his last two fights, maybe because he, he felt that he didn't have to train as hard, but still, as a professional, man, you just shouldn't be looking like that, in my opinion. All right. Tax says you're one of the original channels, bruh. They all should be in here. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. A lot of the stuff I don't talk about, yeah, I really don't do like man, y'all know the type of news that go around. Oh, did you hear Errol Spence said Crawford, I'm the big fish, and all, like, whatever, man. Like, it is what it is, bro. I'm more of a heavyweight stuff, but when I do talk about the divisions, I'm talking about like footwork, hand speed. How do you think this guy can beat this guy? Who do you fight in the last few fights? How does he perform against southpaws? What happened when somebody cuts the ring off on him? How does he react when somebody's throwing a jab? Does he get broke down by body punches? Like stuff like that. Not such and such said he's on the side of the street. Like, just weird. I don't know. That shit to me is just weird, man. It's just not my thing. James Coleman, what's up, man? James Coleman said I'm trying to see Christopher Lovejoy. Hey, he be running around with what's that dude that be on? They got the tattoos of the fives, the C-Mac, the C-Mac guy. So I don't know what Chris Lovejoy's on, man.
He had just posted some video on Instagram with some promoter.
Oh yeah. Derek Winston, what's up, man? Grimace, oh wait, what's up? Grimace, he says no fight footage of Brian. That's trash from King. Yeah, y'all know the story that I've told. W Wallace 007. Oh, what's up, man? I've seen him quite a long time. Scarby says, man, I have not seen you in ages. Joyce Parker, you got Joyce winning. I'm gonna do a separate video on that, just so I can have some content to talk about, man. I'll do a separate video on Joyce versus Parker. That's an interesting fight. You got hand speed, Parker, good foot movement. He has good foot movement. You said that's the Parker from the past?
I said we talked about that in the past, just that fight, if it was to happen.
And then you got Joyce who's coming with the relentless pressure. And he's bigger, so will he be missing all night getting counter, or will he walk Parker down and get him up out of there? We'll talk about it, though.
Are you girls help your dad bring in the groceries?
Yeah, Tax Tech, you says you don't get caught in percentages, lies, drama, trolling. Yeah, I don't do it, man. And then it's funny because sometimes I'll see people in my comment sections who I guess got beef with each other or whatever, or but I can bring them to my channel because we just really talking boxing the way we grew up talking about it at home, at fight parties with the family. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody at the fight party saying, hey man, talking about purse splits, or you know what I'm saying? We wasn't talking about that at the fight parties. At least we wasn't in the 90s. Wasn't nobody sitting there like, hey, but he said he was the big fish though. Like, we wasn't saying shit like that, man. But hey, y'all, I appreciate the ones that did show up, man. Y'all be good, man. I'm gone.